The Brookings Institute and conservative speaker Ben Shapiro named 3 rules for success. Complete high school, get married and have children in wedlock, get a job and keep it for 2 years, at least. Thus, by those standards, I am absolutely a successful person. This holds true even though I've been through a lot of sad things in life. I've never had any drug addictions unless you count social media. I've never been to prison, and I've served honorably in the United States military. I'm currently working on my 2nd degree. My first one was a business one in internet marketing, and the one that I'm working toward at the moment is one in physics. I've decided to specialize in quantum engineering. So far, I've been a private marketing strategist for about 4 years. The reason why I've made this video, as well as others in the playlist, is to transition to the public. I've been an independent private marketing strategist, but now I'm building my personal brand on YouTube and other social media channels. I've also gotten married, and my 2nd child is about to arrive within a month, neither of them born out of wedlock. There are a lot of positive things that I could say about how my life has turned out, despite where I started. I could keep going, because what I say here is not the full list. My point is, though, that by conservative standards of Western civilization, which of course doesn't reflect everyone else's opinion, I am indeed successful. I am an upper middle classman who is self-employed and has attained financial freedom. I'm not super rich, but I can travel anywhere in the world I want to, whenever I want. My credit score is good, and the rent for this apartment here in Spain is paid 3 months ahead of time. I also own land in one of the most beautiful areas of Alaska. So I say all of this as the qualifiers for the context of this message. To some, everything I've just said is just going to come off as empty bragging or lying. To others, though, you'll get it. I'm just explaining why I have the leverage to speak on success as a topic. I'm doing this to be extremely careful about projecting an image of being more than what I am on social media. And it's also good to know that I have more than my fair share of failures. This goes even though at this current time I only have 25 subs on YouTube. I include these with only a few thousand followers on Facebook and Twitter. At the time that I published this video, I do not have a lot of social proof in the form of likes and subs. However, that can and will change very quickly. I refer to the moment I'm finished with publishing the individual videos of this playlist, and then I choose to advertise. What's important to note is that I'm not original. Even as I transition to the public light, establishing my personal brand, I am not coming up with novel ideas. If there's anything original about me, it's in my style of articulating old ideas in modernity. There's nothing original about translating Aristotelian theory into what would apply to marketing. Thus, when I speak about becoming successful, I'm not talking about having millions in the bank, at least not yet. I'm talking about how to reach the point that I have so far as a functioning citizen, and this is my journal. In the future, I will likely be able to make more videos from a higher level of success, but for now, I speak from only the level that I'm at. And that's the point of this video, or audio depending on how you're consuming this content. You have to define your terms for success. Be specific and honest with yourself. Also, know that no matter how successful you become, there is always another level that you could reach. If you've got 50 knockouts like Floyd Mayweather's boxing record, you can always get 51. Even if you've made $1 billion, you can always get $1,000,001. There's always a bit more successful that you could be. There are always people who are a bit more successful than you are in some aspect of life. Meanwhile, you will always be more successful than someone else at some aspect of life. And those people could and would benefit from your experiential thoughts. And that's where you can find your niche in whatever industry that you choose. If you don't have anything totally new, that's okay. Remember that you do have something that no one else has, your perspective. You can always channel what's old through your unique experience in a way that no one else has. And I'm not just talking about YouTube or any particular industry. I'm talking about every industry. For instance, let's say you're a physicist or an engineer. My plan is to go into unoriginal industries. For instance, there's battery design and bulletproof armor design with graphene. These are not inventions that I'm coming up with. They'd be innovations engineered for market demand, made unique by my perspective. Meanwhile, my perspective comes from my interpretation of reality. My sense of reality comes from my subconscious mind, and my subconscious mind is formed from genetics, experience, and my imagination. The combination of all these things give me the confidence to enter any market. Whether it be the private or public sector is of no importance, and that is what I can give to you in the form of wisdom with this video or audio. If you're someone who dreams of becoming an engineer or doing what I do as a marketing strategist, cool. You don't have to be original. Just pay attention to your target market, industry, or audience. Listen to the complaints of people. Each complaint is a want or a need that isn't being fulfilled. And there are always complaints because no one is perfect. There's always room for you in any industry if you have the right mindset and talent. The complaints of consumers in your market Mark where your competitors are slacking. Take those and establish a platform like I'm doing with this very content. Then simply promote your style of your solution to that audience. Depending upon your targeting, the people who are receptive to your style will love your brand. Those will be your true fans. And this is true even if there are bigger fish in the pond than you. All you have to do is allow your subconscious mind to guide you into developing your own style. Because your style is your soul and thus can't be replicated in quite the same way by anyone else. That's how you'll find your niche, even in a saturated market. And that's how you can reach my level of success even if you're not famous.